Welcome to Info Hub. In our headlines, Lethem becomes Guyana's 9th town. Justice retired James Patterson sworn in as GCOM's chairman. 8 persons approved to serve on the Local Government Commission. Government building capacity in preparation for petroleum sector. And EMS developing and intensifying training program. Stay tuned for the details of these and more. Daddy! And now for the details. Lethem was officially declared a town today by President David Granger. In his address, the head of state urged the residents to come out of the compound mentality. He also noted that today's declaration shows that Lethem is emerging into a modern community, and as a town, utilities such as roads, water supplies, and infrastructure will be improved. The head of state added that it was due to the government's commitment to hold local government elections that Lethem's township status was possible. Additionally, Lethem's Mayor Carlton Beckles expressed confidence that the township status will drive Lethem's economy. The mayor also encouraged residents to appreciate and love their community's new status. Justice retired James Patterson was sworn in last evening as chairman of the Guyana Elections Commission, GCOM, and 8 persons have been appointed to serve on the Local Government Commission. More in this Zanil Williams report.
President Granger chose Justice Patterson as the new chairperson after he found the third list of candidates unacceptable by opposition leader Barrett Jagdeo. The head of state followed Article 1612 of the Constitution, which permits the president to act independently when appointing a person of the judicial category to be chairman of GCOM. The president described Justice Patterson as fit and proper due to his judicial background.
His long judicial service. He was Chief Justice of Grenada, and I do believe he brings to the position years of experience, in addition to which we're looking for persons of integrity, impartiality, and independence. I think he's a person who is independent-minded, he's impartial, and I think he has all of the qualities which we require.
The 84-year-old started his legal career in 1964 and was the Chief Justice of Grenada in 1987. The chairman of GCOM stated that political bodies must fight for the nation's social cohesion.
Try and fight for the unity of the country. It's disheartening. I remember in the 60s, I was in London as a student when you had the disturbances here. A fellow student came to me at the student center and he said to me, "Do you mean myself, who's an African Guyanese, and Joe, who's an Indo-Guyanese, can't sit down at the corner of the bridge and drink rum?" I don't want to return to that sort of thing. And that would be my focus. I am apolitical. I've not been in politics, and I don't think I will ever be.
The 8-member Local Government Commission team, due to be sworn in by President Granger, includes Mortimer Mingo, Clement Curlett, Marlon Williams, Joanne Ramasindo, Andrew Garnett, Carol Suba, Norman Whitaker, and Clinton Collymore.
The facilities which they will use for office, staff, and these things will have to be finalized. I am advised by the Ministry of Communities that work had already started in that regard, and therefore it will basically be the commission, once they are sworn in, they should basically hit the ground running.
GCOM is the unit responsible for the administration and conduct of elections in the country. With the appointment of a chairperson, elections both locally and general will proceed as normal. Local government elections are slated for 2018. The Local Government Commission is mandated to oversee, monitor, investigate, and examine the actions of the Neighborhood Democratic Councils, NDCs, and the municipalities. Zanil Williams reporting for Info Hub.
Government is building the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environmental Agency's capacities in preparation for the oil and gas sector. Stacey Carmichael has the details.
The Minister of State, Joseph Harmon, responding to questions on Thursday regarding readiness to the eventuality of oil spills, said the government is currently receiving expert advice about best practices from international partners.
I believe that we are in the process of acquiring sufficient information that will be able to put processes and structures in place to deal with the eventuality of an oil spill.
The minister said preparation is key and acknowledged that government does not possess infinite knowledge relating to the sector. He said professionals' interventions are accepted once presented in a respectful manner.
As a nation, that we have to take advantage of all of the opportunities provided by our Guyanese citizens, irrespective of where they are, and from whichever source that information comes to us from. And we must take into consideration, put all of that on the table when we are devising our processes to deal with oil and gas. Because ultimately it's for all of us and for the generations to come.
Harmon also announced that Department of the Environment head, NDB Swears, will attend the second meeting of the Environmental Working Group of the Community of Latin America and Caribbean States, CELAC, and the third meeting of Ministers of the Environment and high-level national authorities relating to climate change to be held in Santa Cruz, Bolivia from October 26 to 28, 2017. The meeting is expected to result in an agreement on the CELAC Joint Declaration for the Environmental Working Group, increase awareness on the activities of CELAC to facilitate Guyana's involvement as a member state, and guidance towards the adoption of a national model of development to address climate change issues in member countries. For InfoHub, Stacey Carmichael.
InfoHub's Delicia Haynes tells us that emergency medical services are developing and intensifying its training program.
Head of the Emergency Medical Service in Guyana, Dr. Zulfikar Bucks, emphasized that with the medical staff's continued training, the country will be equipped within the next 5 years to offer improved services.
This is a collaboration with the Vanderbilt Medical Center in the U.S. and the Georgetown Hospital, along with the EMS office and the Ministry of Public Health. So it's and of course the University of Guyana. It's a very intimate collaboration between these agencies, and emergency medical services development is not just about doctors. So we've managed to train emergency physicians. So far we've had 9 emergency specialist graduates. 2 have gone back to the Caribbean, 1 in Antigua and 1 in Grenada. We have 7 at Georgetown Hospital.
Dr. Bucks explained that the continued training of EMS technicians will encompass those from various technical and disciplinary fields.
When you think about emergency medicine and emergency services, it's a team of individuals composing primarily of the physicians who are specialist trained, nurses who are specialist trained, and of course EMTs. The emergency medical technicians, we have 57 trained currently. We would have trained 120, but 57 are working with the public system. The others are working with police services, the army services, and of course at Bartik and a few other region health services.
The EMS was officially launched in November 2016, and it's primarily being rolled out in Region 4 before being expanded to other regions. For InfoHub, Delicia Haynes.
12th Annual Rockstone Fish Festival launched by the Guyana Tourism Authority. Crystal Stahl has more.
The Rockstone Fish Festival events coordinator Amatsia Joseph explained that over the past 3 years, the committee was faced with many constraints. However, it is promising an eventful package this year.
The main promise this year for this event is to give all of our patrons a confidential promise that all of the events and competitions will be done in a respectable manner.
The weekend's events will include fishing, sporting competitions, touring and bird watching around the village, among others. The coordinator gave assurance to patrons for safe transportation around the village.
Rockstone Tourism Association has dedicated their time to make sure that each and every one of the boats that is leaving the landing the passengers especially is leave with their life jackets. As relates to the system of the captain, we are going to make sure that everyone who is going to operate in a boat that day is eligible to do that job.
Events officer Ronald Smith added that the festival aims to attract over 2,000 local patrons and international visitors.
Rockstone Fish Festival basically has been attracting locals mainly, and what we want to do is to up the ante for creating an event that reach and attract international standards.
The Rockstone Festival, located 18 miles from Lindale, formally opens on Saturday, October 28th. Crystal Stahl for InfoHub.
The New Guyana Marketing Corporation launched the Agro-Processors Catalog at its 5th anniversary celebration. The first agro-processors catalog was launched on October 20. It features all of the locally produced items sold by the Guyana Marketing Corporation via the Guyana shop, with contact information provided. GMC's General Manager Ida Seeley Adams noted that over the years the quality of items has improved.
Not just did we increase in the number of agro-processed products, but we also had great improvement in terms of product development. Today we have far fewer photocopy labels, we have far fewer recycled bottles, we have far more packages that are sealed, some of which have secondary packages.
Interim GMC's board chairman Omadat Chandan hopes the Chedi Jagan International Airport's agro-processing facility becomes a reality, making it easier for farmers to export goods.
At the back of our minds, we must always think that Guyana is the gateway for larger markets in South and North America, as well as the Caribbean. I think that marketing is being underemphasized sometimes. And I keep saying it all the time because I think that marketing could go a very long way.
A representative from the Women Agro-Processors Development Network, Jennifer Spencer, highlighted the benefits of the new GMC.
I want to say a special thank you to the new GMC, who continues to market our products and continues to be a good source of additional income to these value-added products that we bring to their shelves on a regular basis.
The New Guyana Marketing Corporation, launched on October 18, 2012, has been a valuable hub for the marketing of local agro-processed goods. And in our final report, the second special school athletics meet on Friday showcased the abilities of students from 11 schools. Director of Sport Christopher Jones noted that the children's participation is a testimony of the government's promise of inclusion for all in sports.
As we mentioned to you last year, that the National Sports Commission, and by extension the Ministry of Social Cohesion, we take very serious the important role and tasks and responsibility we have as a Department of Sports and the Ministry. And that is to ensure that there is equal access to everything as it relates to sports and youth development.
It was highlighted that swimming and boche cycling will be included in next year's event. InfoHub spoke to some of the teachers and children who participated in the event.
It's an honor having persons with disability taking part in sports, and I feel very very honored, I must say, to have my students and other schools taking part of this event.
I feel special today, and not only feeling special for myself but for my students, because not the child has a disability, but every child has a right in life to participate in whatever life has to offer.
I feel good about the sports. I feel really excited to come down from Street to Linden to come down to town to participate in sports.
Last year, 8 schools from Berbice, Linden and Georgetown participated in the country's first ever Sports for Special Needs schools. Thanks for watching. Remember to connect with us 24/7 on our website and social media. Goodbye.